Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
I know we're running out of stall space here eventually, and I have to use all these horses. That's the thing. Lullaby Beauty is my only 3-star horse. Samurai Arrow, still want to use him. Arrow Beauty, you know what? I'm not going to probably be using her. I can send her out to the pasture for now because, yeah, we don't even have any space. Definitely have to send her out to the pasture. You, my lady, we will move to the pasture. Send you out there. And that's it. So we have one more spot available for one more horse. And this could be where I spend the time to do some... I mean, we have a lot of 2-stars. Like, Triple Torpedo, I'm not going to be racing again. I want to keep her because she's such a cool-looking horse. Like, she's one horse I will not sell just because she looks so cool. Samurai Arrow, he's still a pretty good live event horse for me. And everybody else, I kind of do have to keep. I don't want to sell anybody, not until we get our newer horses. Then I'll maybe sell some of these older ones. So we're going to do some breeding. Lullaby Beauty, I would have to use her as the mare. As far as the stud is concerned, could I use classic ability? No inbreeding, right? Okay, good. Let's set him as a stud, because maybe I could use him. Or maybe I could use a 2-star stud. But let's see what we can do first, and then I'll go ahead and put... Arrow Torpedo back in another race. So let's see here. We're going to look for Majestic Beauty, right? That's the one I was looking at. No, Lullaby Beauty, sorry. And if we were to breed her with classic ability, see, we're going to get a 4-star horse. So I'd have to set a 2-star horse as my stud. Okay, that makes things... Or I wonder if I could use Sergeant Snow. You know what we're going to try doing first is try using Sergeant Snow first to see if we can maybe get a really solid 3-star horse. If we can't with him, then we'll go ahead and use our 2-star horse, Samurai Arrow. Yeah, this stuff does take some time in this game, man. It's not just a click and you're done with it. Like, if you're trying to be competitive, you take this pretty seriously like I do. See, they're going to have an 80% chance of a 4-star horse. I want a 3-star horse, so we're going to have to probably use Samurai Arrow again. Or we could use one of the newer ones. We very well could use one of the newer colts we just had. Ring the Bell, maybe? I mean, I think he's the best out of the crop, so using him as a stud actually might be the better play. So let's try Ring the Bell in Lullaby Beauty. We might be able to get a really solid 3-star horse from doing that. I love breeding in this game. You guys, if you can tell by my voice, I get very into this because it's tricky. It's tricky, but it's challenging, and at the same time, your breeding tactics are rewarded when you can win live events. You know what I mean? That's when it pays off. So that's why, like, I love it so much, because that reward when you know you've created a horse that's better than like other people's horses on a competitive level for this game. That's a very rewarding feeling. That's literally why I've still hung on to Rival Stars. Now you guys see here, look at the 3-star chance here at the bottom. 75% chance if we breed these two, Lullaby Beauty and Ring the Bell. Yeah, I think I'm down with this. Now the distance, let's say our mare on the left, she runs 1,600 meters. Our stud on the right, he runs 2,200. Track surface, firm and medium, whatever. I don't know what that'll turn out to be. And then position, middle and back. So we're not going to have a front runner. Let's breed these two. 75% chance of a Division 3 horse, or 3-star horse, I should say, not Division 3. The way they have things organized and named in this game is still weird. So, as usual, what we're going to do, I think at this point, we'll race one more time with Arrow Torpedo. And then, obviously I'll come back to this video once the fall is born. So let's go ahead and train Arrow Torpedo. Where are you? There you are. All right, we're going to go ahead and train you up a couple of times and get you into one more race. But yeah, I really need to try these horses out. But the live event that's happening this weekend is not a good time because they're definitely going to be behind the 3-star horses. So it's not even like a fair assessment of their skill. I'm going to have to wait till there's another event where it's only like where the Division 1 race only features 1-star and 2-star horses. But since this weekend's race features 3-star horses, my 2-star ones are always going to be behind. So it's not a very good time to really test their skills yet. I'll have to wait till the next event. Actually, is there one happening right now? Wait. I'm doing all this talking about the weekend. Oh, there's an event right now. Okay, you know what? Ignore what I was saying. I can run them in these events now. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. I wasn't even thinking. So we're gonna start from. We'll start with the horse I think is the worst, and then we'll go onwards from there. But you see, they're not maxed out. They're already going to be at a disadvantage. I totally forgot. They're not maxed out, so I can't even test them until they're maxed. Samurai Arrow is maxed. Triple Torpedo, she's maxed. But neither of them are even really good for this event, right? Like, if I put my 2-star horses in there now, they're going to suffer because they're not at max stats yet. So, forget that. That actually works out. So let's go back to story. Let's go to Three Oaks. Let's go with this last race here. 4 Arrow Torpedo. Where are you, bro? You're nowhere here. Okay, so this apparently is still too hard for you even at this level. What about here? I want to get him in a good race. I'm still trying to assess his skills because, again, this is important for me with the live events and eventually for our stable, our team in this game. It's important to do all this testing. So I think what I'm going to do here is just throw... This is a good race. I mean, it probably will win this. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I did select the jockey. I don't know why I forgot. All right, so this will be the last race that we'll watch of Arrow Torpedo. I got to change the name of the other colt, too. They're way too similar. I'm going to have to change this colt's name, actually. Something much different. Because I bred Samurai Arrow and Triple Torpedo. So I'm going to need to do Torpedo something. Torpedo Samurai or Samurai Torpedo. That might be a little bit better because I don't want 2 horses with, like, similar names. And they're not even related. That's a crazy thing. Apologize if I sound a little stuffy. I hope I'm not coming down with, like, a cold or something. I feel like it's just allergies, honestly. My allergies, like, I have real allergies. Like, when they kick in, it's really like a pain, man. Like, everything from my nose to my eyes, it just all just, it's not the most fun of times, to say the least. So, yeah, Arrow Torpedo, or Samurai Torpedo. That's what I'm just going to start calling him because that's what I'm going to change his name to. Yeah, he's definitely neither of the other 2 colts in comparison to Ring the Bell. They don't have the same dominance, you know what I mean, as far as, like, being ahead by a little bit. I think his leg type is front. I'll double check. It may not be. It might be, like, middle or something, actually, when I think about it. Yeah, I think it might be middle, but, now this was a much better race. He stayed closer at the front, then he pulled away. Now that is a nice little gapper to pull away, and he wins by several lengths. That's much better. That's ideally what I want to see from my horses when they're racing the AI. Like, nice turn of foot, you pull away. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. So, but because Ring the Bell, I think, is the best 2-year-old so far, I definitely need to focus on getting him maxed out first. Then I'll focus on the other 2. Now, I wanted to see his leg type because I don't remember, to be honest. Yeah, Arrow Torpedo. First, we're going to... Your leg type is middle. Okay, that makes even more sense. I was hoping that was the case. All right, we're going to name you Samurai Torpedo. How about that? Samurai Torpedo. I mean, that's how the announcer will say it in this game because I think both of these words are commentator friendly. Yes, Samurai Torpedo. I love it. All right. So, yeah, he is a middle leg type horse. Quiet Arrow, his stablemate, is also middle. And Ring the Bell is actually back. I didn't feel like he was, but I think because he's the strongest out of our crop of newest colts, that suits well. So you see, Samurai Torpedo, definitely the worst. He only got 1 extra bonus stat in the purple. Quiet Arrow had 5 bonus points, and then Ring the Bell had 6. And keep in mind, these horses can have 9 extra bonus stats. So I still haven't even created, like, the perfect horse yet. That just lets you know, breeding is not as easy as it seems. You definitely have to kind of play around with a lot of different horses and know the stats from one. You have to understand how the stats work in this game. So yeah, from left to right, I think is how good or bad they are, actually. I think Ring the Bell is the best of our 2-year-olds, newest 2-year-olds. Quiet Arrow, I think, will be second best. And Samurai Torpedo, I think, will be a trailer. So I'm not sure how often I'll race him. But again, I got to get them all maxed out. Ring the Bell is the first priority. We got to get this boy maxed out first. I definitely think with the right stats and everything, he'll be strong. He comes from Diamond Dream out of our 6-star mare Snowbell, who has done relatively well for me in live events when she's been able to. So I hope Ring the Bell will be a really, really strong 2-year-old or really strong 2-star horse for us.
That does it for today's episode. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.